calmly. We still have so much to learn about sharks. Sure, you've got to respect the danger, but that doesn't mean we have to regard them as evil monsters. One more try. The sock's in place, and the fish on a stick is still enough to keep Bonnie moving in the right direction. The head's in. It should be enough to finish off the job.
Okay, get that out of the way, you guys.
Come over there.
This is fantastic. It's working like a charm, and it's all hands on deck to get her completely restrained as gently as possible.
That's where we want it. We want to hit that hard. I gotta hit that stretcher, guys.
From here on, it's all go to get her into the sling and out of the water. There's two reasons for maximum speed: her well-being and to finish the job before the other sharks get too agitated by all the commotion. Trevor's made the judgment that the sharks are calm enough to get into the water.
Head's coming your way, Brian.
Steve's in too, to give a hand with restraining this beautiful girl.
Just come back. Here we go. Okay. Right, Adam? Yep. Here we go. Going in. Go. Go.
What a slick operation. This is going smooth as a zipper. The plastic's protecting her skin, and the oxygen-rich water's pumping in like a marine intensive care respirator. Talk about a placid temperament. She's wrapped up in a plastic bag, manhandled by a heap of people, and still there's hardly any thrashing. You can see the abrasions on her tail from being held in the tank, so it's a good thing she's going back to the wild now.
Just using the plastic bag around her tail so she doesn't knock any mucus off. That rope. That's not too bad though, Gab, you ready?
Can you just loosen that?
You see, I've got her in the stretcher now, so she's settling down nicely. And now what they're doing is getting oxygenated water up the head, keep flowing through her gills.
This work here at SeaWorld will help people care about sharks, so important for the future of the seas.
All right, sweetheart.
We want this over and done with quickly. As the plastic sock is cut away from Bonnie, the other sharks in the tank are getting more and more interested. In their world, activity often means food, and we've been in the water for some time now. We need to keep the operation moving. The timing here has to be perfect. We have to lift the sling out of the water and transfer the shark to her transport tank as quickly as possible, before she runs low on oxygen. Steve's been working with sharks since he was a boy. He learned from his dad, and now his experience is invaluable to this operation. And you've got to hand it to everyone involved for really caring about Bonnie the shark. We want her to be healthy and happy and back home.
Going very, very smooth, really smooth. And she's quite calm with it. I see that major amounts of oxygenated water coming in right over her gills. She's sucking it down good. No one can travel on the sides, Gavin.
Bonnie's surrounded by the SeaWorld veterinarians. Everyone focused on one thing, making sure this girl gets back to her ocean home with a minimum of stress. The container's a deliberate snug fit, just enough space to float with no room to struggle. The last stage of this journey to the Coral Sea is in another travel tank on the deck of SeaWorld 1. sticking out the end of the sling. She's one big shark. We're heading out to the open ocean, into the coral sea where she originally came from. She was previously caught on a drumline set for the beach protection program that claims the lives of so many sharks and other marine animals. Hopefully, this will be a safe and successful journey for her back to the ocean. Trevor's taking her 20 miles out to sea for the release, so she's nowhere near the nets and drumlines that are set right along the Gold Coast beaches. Bonnie's doing real well. So far, so good. And she's now only minutes away from freedom. The release is exactly the reverse of the capture, with the added complication of working on a pitching deck. Steve's going into the water to observe that she swims away safely after release. It's a critical moment that draws on all the experience and skill of Steve and Trevor along with his crew. They have to make sure the swell doesn't swing her back into the boat, or worse still, the propellers of SeaWorld 1.
Quick. Is she alright? Yeah, cut her loose. Come on, quick, cut her loose. Get her going. Okay, quick, get her out now. Out of here. You've got to get her going, quick. She's gone. She's free.
What a great job. She's swimming freely. No apparent ill effects whatsoever. Home in the deep ocean waters of the South Pacific. Steve's making sure everything's going perfectly. She's swimming well, she seems to be fine, but Steve will stay with her until he's 100% sure she's okay.
Further across Pacific, we're heading to Fiji to get into the notorious bull sharks, the most dangerous of all sharks. I've come all the way over here to the guts of the Pacific, onto this river, at this time of year, when it's pouring with rain in the middle of the monsoon, chasing tigers. However, there's another species of shark that I'd love to see, that I've never been able to see before, that share tiger shark territory, and that's the bulls. Yep, the famous bull shark, claim more victims than any other shark species in the world. And bulls are very closely related to tiger sharks, and the way to get to them is to draw them in with food. Very, very large chunks of fish there. Big fish for the bigger fish. My local Fijian guides are very experienced with bull sharks. They dive with them all the time, and they've reassured me this time of year shouldn't be any trouble finding them. The weather looks threatening, but it'll make no difference once we're below the surface. These storms are actually good, just what we need to flush out the rivers to draw in the tigers and the bulls. A bit unusual, I had to take the snorkel off my mask by recommendation from the fellas in the local crew, because the trevally just come down and hand me a snorkel and rip your snorkel and your mask off, which is like, then you can't see. So is that the shark there? Oh, that's a bull shark? No, tiger. Yeah, tiger shark's like really, really hard. Every fish for miles is attracted by the chum, and that includes the sharks. Bombs away. Have a go at this. We're instantaneously mobbed by fish, and the best thing when you're doing sharks is get straight to the bottom. Woo! And they're ready to go. Have a look at this. Straight away, I locate a bull shark tooth. They're highly serrated and sharp as razors, designed to cut through anything, straight through the thickest of skin. And have a look at these nurse sharks.